Shit. Good morning, track fans. How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to the show. Sunday Slotcast sessions in the house. So all good this end. How are you guys doing? Let's just put myself in here. Yeah, mic sounds good. All good. Just put that there for the second. Just see how it was all sounding. That is it. Can anyone hear a round of applause coming in? Do you want to see if my... 1 second. Almost had it sorted. There you go. Right, that should be it. Anyway, let's crack on. Good morning, everyone. How has your week been? It's bank holiday weekend. I don't know if you, but I keep forgetting. It was only up until about 2 weeks ago that I remembered there was I realised that it was a bank holiday. So I'd booked Tuesday. I'd booked Monday and Tuesday. Sorry, I booked Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off next week from work. It's a bit of holiday, and I go to work. I go to the office on Tuesday and Thursday. So the point being is that I realised last week that actually I was going to work for 1 day next week. So I've cancelled that day of work. I'm now off for the week. Get in there. I can do stuff. So I'm going to finish a couple of videos later today. I'm going to get them smashed out so you can see them through the next week leading up to the UK Slot Car Festival. It's the one, everyone. It's here. It's come round. The annual best time ever is upon us. So awesome stuff there. Now, well, we got good morning, everyone. We've got 20 people in the chat. We are going already. I've not looked at any of the chat yet, but I do want to address something from the top of the tree, which is I'd prefer it through the session if we can please not discuss anything to do with news. All right, just putting it out there. That's for another forum or another live stream or another, I don't know what you call it, posting thingy on social media. Just let's leave it over there for today. We'll do this on our session, Sunday Slotcast sessions. Topical current affairs. It's normally how I describe it. Just to stay away from the embargo. But, you know, let's just leave it there. Everyone has a strong opinion, a different opinion, a varied opinion. I respect everyone's opinion because we have one. Watch the bi-weekly Slotcar shenanigans and you will see our opinions are our own when Rahul and I jump on together, which is always amazing. Yeah, so let's can the news chat if we can, and we'll plow on with what I've got to share with you guys today, which is exceptional, and you won't even be thinking about any of that business while you're in the show, immersed for an hour or so with the best slot car action there is. Anyway, good morning to you. What else have I completed this week while we just allow a few people to wake up, shake a leg, and get in here with the coffees, eyes wide open? Well, monumentous week from the top of the tree, after the top of the tree. It's happy birthday, Daz Hall. He was 52 this week. Boosh. I'm so pleased he was 52 because it means I'm still young. Morning, Daz. He was up at 1:30 this morning, that excited about the show. No, he's because he's a truckie and gets up at that time every day, so he woke up naturally. But no, happy birthday. Let's all join in and say happy birthday to Daz. And next week, I'll be orchestrating 52 bumps for Daz, 10 bumps for Albert. I'm sure there's a couple of other birthdays. This isn't going to be a regular feature birthdays, by the way. We're not doing this because otherwise the amount of people into slot cars at the moment with the hobby blowing up as it is, we will be here for like 9 years. Oh yeah, happy birthday to Derek down in Guatemala, and happy birthday to Nigel up in Greenland, and so on. You could see how it goes. We could just do a birthday feature, have like a whole live stream on birthday shout outs for the slot car hobby. Oh, amazing. So that is all good. So just check how I sound, because the reason I keep checking how I sound is because What's better than one microphone? Two microphones! Okay, I'm still here, track fans. I've just lost my camera. One sec. There we go. There, we should get it back any second now. Okay, bear with me a second, track fans. So sorry about this. I really have lost my... Right, so I think you can hear me. I'm just working on getting my camera back. This is, live TV, everyone. Live TV. Here we go. Right. Stick this in there. And we'll see what happens here. See, this is the challenge with working on live TV, everyone. Okay, good. Just talk amongst yourselves. And hopefully we should have it back. And if not, I'm going to webcam. Okay, all cameras have stopped working. Brilliant. All right, I'm still here, everyone. Quality technology. Where's Rahul? Rahul, gonna need your help to fix this in the week. Okay. So we've done that. Unbelievable. Hey, and I'm back. Right, I think that's the right. Yep, that's the right one. So sorry about that. I don't quite know what... Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, when I picked up microphone 2, knocked the wiring. So we are good. We are good. Good morning. Right, let's get into the chat. So sorry about that, everyone. Utter professional, as always. Right then, so we are in the show. Let's get the right back in. Let's say hello to everyone as we get on with it. If you've just turned up, good morning. It's Pete here from Track Fans TV, bringing you Sunday Slotcast sessions every Sunday at 7:30, loosely, because next week there'll be a slight timing change. They're going to have my 3 amigos with me, Rahul, Nico, and Massimo. Yes, that's right. Conquest Racing Club, MP Slots, and Slot Car Duderino in the house. Get in there. Right. Morning, Daz. Happy birthday for in the week. We were just doing a happy birthday for you, my friend. Good morning, track fans. I don't know if DNA Daihi here is still with us. He's had some family over, but very good effort for staying up at that time of the night, Daihi. Well done. And we've got Rob Sale is in the house. Good morning, Rob. One other thing about Daz is I've not got it in the slideshow today, but he has got some motorized billboards, some magnetic racing 3-way tri-boards that he's going to be selling. Don't even ask me how that motor works. It's like voodoo. There's no wiring. It's just buy one. Don't work it out. Good morning, Andy. Here he is. You think kid-free, he'd be laying in, but no, he's not. Ruben, are you up? Are you about? Are you watching from up in the northeast? Let me know, because I'm looking forward to having a drag race with Ruben this week, next weekend. That is going to be sick. I've got... Hang on a second. Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say I've got a £5 on it, but I've only got a £10 note, and are definitely not wasting a £10 note racing Ruben. That is a very high risk race. It's not set in stone, that one. Good morning, Aid. Here he is, the man's man. Good morning. And Steve Wright is up. Steve Wright is in the house this morning. He sent me a tease yesterday. He said, I'm debating whether to tease you or not about these new colours. I was like, oh, yes, please. And we were having a chat about some other things, but it never materialised, Stephen. You didn't show me the colours. Very sneaky. But I'm going to shout it out. Steve's got some new innovation to check out next week at the UKSF. I don't even know if he's doing a marketing build-up to it, or if he's just going to say, get down there and check it out and get your wallets at the ready. But yeah, good morning, Steve. Good morning, Dick. Here he is. How you doing, Dick? And Harry's up and about. Good morning, Harry. We all chugging away nicely in the chat. Well done. Good morning, Roger. Roger. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Dave. Dave is especially monitoring. He's not in for the full session. But if you do want to know how to build a drag racing car, check out his video from last night. I'm halfway through it, so I haven't seen the end. Spoiler alert, don't do it for me. I want to watch it. Good morning, Carl. Here he is. Good morning. And Ted is up. I don't know if he's still awake. Boosh, Ted is in America. And he is flying the flag for the US of A. Tonight with us, or this morning with us, or this afternoon with us. Depends on where you are in the world, being global. Danny's up. Good morning, Danny. He must be on the Bourbon. I must tune in and catch up with you, Danny. It's been quite a while since we've spoke, so no, nothing in that. Just feet haven't touched the floor. As you could see when I started the show, I was already stacking up, sorting out the merch ready for next week. I have to shamelessly show these things, or else at some point, or else YouTube will tell me off for not showing the item that I've got in the description below this. Dying days of having that, because when we move over to the new merch store, which if you haven't noticed, see this up here, this like code thingy. There, that thing there. That's the new merch store, which is why I've made it circly and blue and different from the last one. So if you don't know what we're talking about, get your phone out, take a photo of that thing, and it'll take you direct to www.trackfanstv.com, or you can have a look in the little scroller on the bottom thing here, tick a tape, and it'll tell you that web address. So check that out. It's took a bit of effort to get it up and running before the UK Slot Car Festival, but proud to say it is up and running now and is looking good, thanks to the help of Rahul at Conquest Racing Club. Really, it's just sort of winds me up, lets me go on the next mission, and then we get together. He tells me the next thing, winds me up, I get on with it, and then we smashed it out. So thank you ever so much for that. A lot of love here for Daz's birthday, everyone. 52 bumps. Was it your birthday, Slotar, as well? Have I missed something here? Someone go on Facebook and find out when it's the Dark Lord's birthday, please. Yeah, everyone's piping in here. Daz, happy birthday. And Pat Baker's, good morning. Right, let's catch up with this. Good, we are pretty much getting through it, which is good. I wanted to whiz through these comments, chats. Anyone got any jokes? Yeah, I do actually. I don't know why everyone is complaining about EV cars. Honestly, I think I've got two top spec EV cars, a Porsche and a Jaguar. And I take them out and they're really good. They handle like they're on rails. The only thing is that when I push it into a corner too much, sometimes they come off and go under the sofa. So anyway, it's a bit of an EV joke there. Yes, there you go. 32 in the chat now, Steve, since you wrote that. Good morning, Rahul. How you doing? Who is going down there next weekend? Great question. That is going to illuminate the chat. Well done. So Dewan is going to be there all day Saturday, but his flight back to Vegas is at 4 p.m. on Sunday. So not sure he'll be out. Wow, he's in from Vegas. Dewan. Excuse pronunciation, mate. Do come and say hello, man. Come and find us. If we're not at the table, we will be mincing around with cameras or chatting, drinking coffee and chewing the fat with whoever. But do come and say hello, because that is some remarkable journey. Were you over on holiday or working, or have you actually specifically flown in for this? Because if you have, that is genius. Well done. Thank you very much for supporting it in such a good way. Rock climbing hills. I've missed some videos here. I'm so behind on everyone. I'm so sorry. Please don't let this deter you. Keep up giving us content, because when, you know, that the stuff I'm behind on will run out soon. So if there's more in the pipeline, I've got more to look forward to and more to do. Got it all to do. Wow. Good morning, Shane. Sorry I had you up there. Didn't say hello. Good morning, Dave. Right, let's get on with the show, because we'll be here all day saying hello otherwise. Hello! Fantastic. What else did I achieve this week just before we go on? Oh, yeah. Completed a secret project for Magnetic Racing. I think there's been a lot of other people involved in the secret project, but you will see photos, videos, streams, everything from next week about what the secret project was. I've been really pleased to be a part of it, and I'm ashamed there's not a competition, because I reckon I could have won it. Excellent. So they're specifically for the UK doing. Oh wow, that is got to be one at the top of the order. That is for effort and vision. So you've had the effort, you've seen the vision of what's about to happen. Have you been to this before, Dewan, or is this your first rodeo, as they say? And you are in for a treat, my friend. Honestly, if you've never seen it before, it's some spectacle to see. And I'll be honest with you, when I first went to it, it was the first one after COVID. So obviously it was big, but there were no tracks. It was more like a swap meet, and it was a lot of people were apprehensive, let's say. So we all got down there, and it was great. And then last year's was the second one out of COVID. COVID was finished, so everyone was out to play. Lots of tracks, lots of people, lots of stands, lots of excitement and happiness, and just generally it's all going on. So that was really cool. This year it is gloves off. It's going to be smashed out of the global park. So they get better and they get better, and it's testament to people around us who are doing promotion, who are into the hobby, putting it on social media. Oh, did I tell you? I actually locked myself. I actually managed to detach myself from my own Facebook page, Track Fans TV page, this week. I mean, that's got to be some remarkable sense of achievement that I get from that, where I actually banned myself from my own page. How do you do that? But anyway, thank you for the outpouring of support and, great banter I received for that. That was excellent. I've actually I thought, no, I'm taking it to Facebook yesterday. I didn't actually write to them because they're pathetic customer service. So I sat there and I thought, I can do this. I'm qualified to fire bazookas, tanks. I've done the highest level of business. I've supplied into the biggest properties in London and the world. I can work this out. It only took an hour and 40 minutes to figure it out. There's so many different sweets. And I'm not talking about candy. I'm not talking about the nice sweets that I can't get enough of. I'm talking about business suites, commerce suites, count suites, character suites, whatever else suites there are. But I found it. I found the button I needed. And I've activated myself again, so I have full usability on FaceAche. And I think I'm going to use this week to sort of figure out, I'm going in. I've got to address. So I'm afraid of it. And one of the things I've always worked out of, when you're afraid of something, it's always best to run in head on at it and deal with it, you know, because no one else is there to sort it out for me. So I've got to sort it out. That's the difference between most people that were born in the 70s, 60s, 70s and early 80s or 80s. And most people born in the late 90s and noughties. Late 90s and noughties, the internet sorts it out. All of us fossils, we forget the internet's there because we were brought up and grew up on having to figure it out for ourselves, which is possibly why Pendle is so rich. I'm joking, Sean and Nick, I'm joking. The amount of cash I've spent there figuring out my slot car issue and not getting it right is incredible. But as long as your packaging's right, they'll take it back. It's cool. So no, Pendle are good. Great slot car store. Other slot car stores are out there. But I just thought I'd throw it out there anyway. So no, good bit of banter that. Well, look, I've got a comment here from the main man, the myth, the legend that is Dick. He says he'd love to get over there. He'd run amok. Well, Dick, talk is cheap, baby. Talk is cheap. I think you should maybe, I don't know, sell one of them utes. You could get over next year. Or find out where Travis lives and yeah, go and sell his car and then you can afford to come over next year. I'm only joking. Travis, I'm joking. Brother. Awesome stuff. That would be, yeah, that would be absolutely hilarious. I think, to be honest, if your Dick would actually end up running away from Tara, that would be a good showdown to see, though. Wow. Okay, 11.5 hours coming in. Dewan is coming in 11.5 hours from LA. LAX, see? I know the terminology there. Hey, Janu's here. Good morning, Janu. Janu's up, everyone. He is tuned in at the moment to Sunday Slot Car Sessions with me, Pete. Hey, good morning to you. We are covering some slot car stuff. I'm just getting through a bit of the banter on the chat at the moment. Why? Because I don't normally go on for this long on the chat. But, you know, we're getting social. I'm on holiday mode now. It's bank holiday tomorrow. We've got nowhere to be other than here chatting utter... Nah, not doing it. I almost said old Scott and Nick's channel there. Well, I was going to say Chatting Utter Slot, but they are on the YouTube channel Talking Utter Slot. Now, I can't understand why these guys haven't got more subscribers yet, because the content they're putting out is so funny. Granted, I binge listen to them, so I won't listen to them for a month or two, and then I'll listen to like 5 or 6 in a row, and it is hilarious. It's so, to be honest with you, I was saying to Maria, Mrs. Brown, the other day, half of she was showing me a funny on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever, and it was someone, I don't know, doing something hilarious, and then someone, I don't know, you know, like the skateboarding clips where they skateboard and try and do the rail, but they slip and get their nuts right on the rail, and you're like, oh, and you just hear the camera person literally wetting themselves with laughter. I was saying, half the time, I think it's funnier listening to them uncontrollably laughing at what's just happened to the person that's happened to. Hilarious. So, absolute genius. I can't remember where I was going with that, but but sometimes it's just funnier listening to people cracking up. Latvian Slot Car Festival, you'll be dead. Oh, come on, mate. You're only 17. You got a load of life left in you yet, Harry. I'm 8.5 years old, if that helps. Only because I state you should act your shoe size, not your age, and then you'll never go wrong. And I'm an 8.5. If Adidas are listening, I'm an 8.5, okay? Adidas, whatever way you say it. I'm an 8.5. Brand deal, please. Yes, I'll take that non-slot car related brand deal. Good morning, Ian. Ian's here. And as to his load of other people. Yes. Ah, good. That's what we like to see. There's one. So, Rahul's here. All right, I'm going to be much closer. And then Dave is like, yeah, that's one way to sort out the postal bill in Canada. It is, yeah, I'm $1 million. You cannot stop me today, Dick. I'm on fire. I've got, what did I do yesterday? I was setting up the new microphones and all of that and doing some, doing this show, which I'll show you now. Look, here we go. I've got to show everyone. I'm not making it up. We have come here for a show, not a waffle. Brilliant. Right, so, anyone seen the new Scalextric Jag? Look at this. Oh, I've seen it in person, obviously, because I took this picture up at Rockingham Slot Car Club. Up the Rockingham. And love it. It is a really nice bit of kit. I've got to say, it is absolutely spot on the track, on your home track. Scalextric, Polycar, Scale Auto, Carrera. Don't think I've missed any other 132 tracks out. It is really good. A really nice bit of kit, as you'll see on the forthcoming reviews. Because there's a few of us doing some reviews now. You know, I don't want to be the only one. Just listen to my boring face all day talking about cars. Now we've got Aid cracking out reviews. We've got Rob Sale is a review machine. He was a shorts machine before. Morning, Rob. Morning, Sue. He is killing it on his video reviews at the moment. So if you're not seeing Rob Sale Slot Car, check out him on YouTube, because he's doing some reviews on cars now, just in addition to his shorts. Really clever. I like it. And he's getting a lot of traction too, as to his Aid. You know, little bit of a punt and a little bit of a job. I always promote the Inner Circle of Trust members, the membership group from the channel. Fantastic. One thing though is, if you have a wood track, you might need to do some wheel and tyre management on the Jaguar before you have a good time with it. Not a slant to Scalextric. They've made a car that works perfectly on their track. You just need to do a little bit of truing to get that car to feel really smooth on the wood. Just a little bit of work, light bit of work. And it's odd to say you're going to need to work on a Scalextric car, but that's only if you're going to go on wood. If you're running on your plastic tracks, this is absolute dream. And it's to do with the magnet traction, helping it be more stable on the track as you're racing and running around. Brilliant. So let's get into it. And young track fans, I'm going to see a few of you, but I've got it on good authority that one of my main track fan men, Cameron, is not going to make the UK Slot Car Festival. Oh my days. Why not? I'll tell you why, because he's doing the right thing. He's seeing the great outdoors. Well, I say that. He's doing the right thing by not going to Slot Car Festival. What am I saying? No, seriously, when you're young, getting out and about is everything. Everything, guys. You know, getting the fresh air. He's actually going, he's out on a Scouts weekend. So he's out there in his bivouac, which is a very dated name for a tent. And he is going to live off nature. They're going to be camping. They're going to be doing expeditions, which is long walks. They're going to be doing rock climbing, abseiling. They're going to be learning how to create fire. They're going to be, it's going to be excellent for you, Cam. I don't know if you're watching this, if you're gearing up, packing your bag, ready for next weekend. But I was in the Cubs, the Scouts, the Army Cadets. It is brilliant. Any young track fans watching this, Albert, Wilf, you've got this covered. I know. I believe that you do the Scouts, Albert, and you're Friday night for Scouts. And he doesn't get home till 9:30 on a Friday. That is like half an all-nighter, mate. Congratulations. So you guys doing these clubs, my hat off to you, because they are a great place to be. Albert and Wilf, good morning. Leo, Mia, how are you doing, guys? Hey, Mia, you've just got back from Japan. if you're watching this at any time, drop us a comment. Let me know what you thought of Japan. We've just watched some round the world kind of, I don't know, round the world race game show thingy on BBC iPlayer. And that's so cool. And they start in Japan. Brilliant. Leo, good morning. I see you working with your dad a little bit on the slot cars. Pulling him into line, will you? He keeps telling us all he's got no time to make slot car videos. I'm not having it for 2 minutes, Leo. So you might have to take over his slot car channel, which is Slot Car 2021. Please, Leo, kick him up the jacksie and tell him to get some content made. Ruben, good morning. My right-hand co-host here. If anyone's born for media, it's this guy. He's got the face for TV. He's got the voice for radio, going places on the drag strip. Good morning, Isabella. Good morning, Jacob. Good morning, Leighton. Charlotte, good morning. Good morning, Sasha. How you doing, Sash? I loved the two-way unboxing with you and MP slots in the last couple of weeks. That was great fun to watch. That's what it's all about, being a bit creative. I liked it. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Rowan. Rowan, you have sorted your dad right out. You don't even know it because you're like -1 at the moment. But Rowan now, because babies, they need feeding every 4 hours. See, I remember this stuff vividly. 4 hours. It's like 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock. It runs in shift with warehousing. So yeah, so Dave is probably working a alternate shift with Mrs. Slotar on, and he's like, yeah, I'll take Sunday morning 6 a.m. I've got you, darling. Don't worry about that. So Mrs. Slotar thinks that he's taking one for the team, and he's like so caring, so loving. He's like the role model husband. You know, she's telling her friend groups and her baby groups that he is like the best thing ever. And they're looking at her like she's the Antichrist because their husbands are out there working and using the working late as an excuse to be in the pub having a skinful. Whereas Dave's like, on the money, 6 a.m. Sunday, you can set your watch by him. But little does Miss Slotar know that really he's up to tune into Sunday slot car sessions every week and have banter with his slot car pals. I hope she doesn't watch this and I've just spoiled it for you, Dave. But anyway, Rowan, good work by getting your dad here every week. Because if you weren't here, I don't know whether Dave at Slotar would turn up every morning and on Sundays. So I appreciate you. What do you mean he's dead asleep every Sunday morning? You're ruining my segment. Yeah, that's because you fed him at 6 o'clock and he's in his power snooze right now. And then when I finish rambling like a slot car madman, he'll be awake and ready to go, and you'll be refreshed and charged from having your fix every couple of weeks. Let's crack on anyway. Good morning, Eleanor. Good morning, Liam. Liam being the newest, the latest, and definitely one to watch in the hobby. A big Red Bull fan. So we've got to keep him and Shane Hughes, a huge garage, apart, because then we're going to end up with some kind of Red Bull like little inner circle of team. And actually we keep Rob Kidar as away from these people as well, because she's a massive Red Bull fan. They're everywhere. We've got to keep an eye on them. Incidentally, not being a I like F1 if it's on. I watch it. I think it's kind of glitzy, it's big, it's bold. I don't follow it religiously like Travis or someone like, you know, right into it like these guys. So I don't know what's the appetite of the chat at the moment. I mean, do you watch F1? Do you like a team? Are you like Rahul in a bit of a kind of limbo at the moment where you're a big Hamilton fan, you're not a fan of Ferrari? Now Hamilton's going there, so do you follow him because you like him but you can't fathom Ferrari? I mean, I can't remember if he likes him or doesn't like Ferrari, but I'm just going with it anyway. Sorry, Rahul. And so who do you like? What teams do you follow? I think this would be quite interesting for me as a complete F1 novice, just to see where the kind of land lies. Because, I mean, I'm the kind of guy who would watch maybe 10 races and then think, who do I want to follow? I don't know if it works like that. Do you follow the person? Do you follow the team? How does that work? Okay, let's move on. So, firstly. So, we were going, there was talk about doing a collab today, live streaming Rahul and I, but I said it's probably better best if I roll solo because we're going to do a lot together this week with these guys in addition to us. So complete mayhem guaranteed, that actually says underneath my face there. Let's see if I can get a better view on that slide. There you go. Complete mayhem guaranteed. So Sunday slot, that's me. Slot car shenanigans, the hottest talk show on the airways at the moment with Rahul and me for Conquest Racing Club, Track Fans TV. We go at it every couple of weeks. We bring you strictly stuff from the prior 2 weeks to the show. That's it. That's the show's model. We only talk about the prior 2 weeks for two reasons. There's so much going on that we can fill a show with that. Secondly, we're both of an age, our memory is shot to the back door. So we can't actually remember what happened half the time within the last 2 weeks. It's hilarious. We're like having our like pre-show meetings. We have two leading up to the show just to make sure that we're doing what we need to be doing for you guys, doing a good service. And you're like, did you see such and such on, did you see that bullet, that such and such a couple of weeks ago? I'm like, do you know what I did? But I didn't make notes. I've started to watch YouTube channels now with my notepad out, like, because I can't remember. It's really bad. And the problem is when you consume the content that you make, i.e. when you watch other people's channels, like Slot R, like Hugh's Garage, like Rob Sale and Aid Slot Shed and Conquest and all of these channels, you actually forget whether they're in 2 weeks or longer than 2 weeks ago. So I'm kind of like, can't use that, but that's really good content. I wish I was up to speed with my videos, but having a week off, guess what I'm doing? I'm the slot car. This is slot car week for me, where I completely recharge my batteries and get focused on what I'm doing. I think it's a long, cold winter from the winter slot market at the start of December through to the sunny spring tones of May. I can't wait to get outside later. It is beautiful outside today in the UK. Absolutely glorious. Unfortunately, in the studio here, we have no windows, which is probably for the best. But I can assure you, a lot of people will be out enjoying the weather this weekend. There's a thought. Carrera track doesn't rust. So, as you've established this week, I've got absolutely no space in my house left, or my garage, or my basement. So, that's why Cars in the Kitchen has been formed, because Scalextric, and I'm with them on this, I respect what they've asked me to do. They've said if you do any reviews of cars of ours, that we kindly send you. We would prefer it if you did it on our Scalextric track. And I'm totally down with that, because it's all about, what did you call it? Upselling. That's the word. So if I show you a car and then I show you on their track, psychologically someone who's looking into the hobby goes, right, that car works on that track, so I'm going to buy that car and that track. And that's the point. If I show them the car in the track that's on my garage, the polycar track, or the competition track as I refer to it on videos that review Scalextric in its soulness, then just won't work. So I'm taking a track to the Big Slot House this week. So we're going to have Slot Car Shenanigans live with myself, with Conquest, with MP Slots, and with Slot Car Duderino. Oida! What's the worst that can happen, right? So we're running a 4-way show, which is why I got the 2 microphones so that we can all be heard while we're doing what we're doing. I'm quite thinking that maybe, I don't know, we should do fastest lap for shots live on telly. So whoever gets the slowest lap does a shot, and then we do that for half an hour, and then we do the show. We live stream the shots for laps, and then we try and do a show. Oh, that would be hilarious. Right, shot them up. Three rooms are in the house. Good morning, three rooms. So please do, if you've got a moment on Thursday evening from 9:30 p.m. And I've just put the UK time on the thumbnail because everyone's here in the UK. So work it out. If I need to, I'll put the global times in the chat, but it'll be generally be 10:30 in the EU and 4:30 Eastern. And if you know what your time zone is after Eastern, you can work it out. So there you go. Do join us live on Thursday for the ultimate slot banter, slot car shenanigans. And we are all together this week, like a big family in a big slot house because it's the UK Slot Car Festival. This, I should have said at the top of the show that this is a pretty weighted show towards the Slot Car Festival, okay? And the reason being for that is that obviously there's a load of old dinosaurs in here and we know what it is and we've been there and we've done it. And you might say, why are you doing this? We know what it's about. But what we seem to forget is that there are a lot of people out there that are finding the hobby again. I mean, we keep, as content creators, banging on about this, keeping it fresh, keeping it unique, inviting as many people as we can to start channels, to go big, go bold, grow, just have fun, do what I do. Don't take it seriously. Just knocking about in your garage, on your track, maybe tell a few people what you think of the newest car you bought. That's a car review. Maybe film yourself doing some laps, you know, having a bit of fun. That's all you got to do. And if you don't want to, you can just tune in and watch folk like us do it. Bring it to you. So what we got here is let's call it a brand board. A brand board. The brand board is just something I wanted to do for people, for traders or for brands that are going to be in attendance at the UK Slot Festival, UKSF, that's what we're calling it. And you've got the opportunity to interact. You know, you see these guys on the TV or you've surfed their website to buy their products. You know them because you've chatted to them. They give great customer service. They're going to be there. Go and say hello. You know, if you want to say Mag fans to the Magnetic Racing boys, then get over there because guess what? They're going to shout back at you. They're going to go Mag fans right back at you with big grins. You've got everyone's going to be there. A lot of people could be walking around, chatting, socializing, drinking coffees, doing deals. I'm really actually quite excited for these guys because they put a lot of work into making this exactly what it's going to be. Amazing. Okay, so what come out in the slot car shenanigans a week and a half ago? If you didn't see that, go and see that. It was a great episode. We had Julie Scale from Scale Models, www.scale-models.co.uk. She came kindly give up her time at like 10 o'clock in the evening with a whiskey to chat us through where the slot festival began, its origins, why it's in existence, what you can expect, and a bit on who's going and whatnot. And it was just really nice because the passion she has for the event comes across in spades. It was amazing to have her company and just get a feel for that. And a lot of people, you know, I know her, and some people say, well, you know, I've heard this before, but it never gets old. Not for me anyway. I could listen to that again next year, the year after, because something happened, something's different. Last year, the old Bill were there, the police, if you don't know what that slang is, the police. I won't be derogatory because young track fans are watching. You can grow up to have your own impressions of the law and order. I mean, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. They arrested me last year, so, you know, they're not on my Christmas card list. Yeah. Sorry, Mike. That's the guy's name who busted me, Mike. He's a lovely kid. I tell you, I don't want to get him in the lay-by, but because he knows the law. You ain't getting out that fine with him. Such a nice lad as well, you know. The only copper I know, the 2 old Bill that I know, that would smile while they're arresting you. Unbelievable. So what can you... She said... she was talking about what to do, what to expect and stuff. And what Rahul and I had sort of agreed to was we would come up with the 5 things... the 5 things that we were looking forward to the festival over. And because of I'm stuttering here because I'm struggling to say these words. I didn't prepare for it. Okay, there you go. It's right there, out in the open. I failed to prepare. And when you fail to prepare, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail is the terminology. So I was like a rabbit in headlights on that show at that stage. I was making it up, and I had no context to the things that I was saying on the back foot. So I wanted to come back to that because it was a really good talking point to share with people that have not been to UKSF or might have only been once and didn't get that didn't have the stand back moment to overview the event and think, wow, you are sucked right in if it's your first time. You are running around the tables. You've never seen so much in your life. Tracks, tables, bantering, deals. It's just mind-blowing. So you kind of missed it. And then the next year you're like, what? Right, I've got a strategy this time. So people, I wanted to do this again, but show you some stuff and talk to you a little bit more in depth about the 5 things that I'm really looking forward to and that make the UKSF for me in detail in person. So first, what can I expect? What am I looking forward to the most? And if you remember, I did actually go back just to check what 5 things I did say, just in case someone fact checks me. It's okay, we're on the interweb, that happens. So I put the last 2 in a different order, just if there's some real detail assassins out there. And the first one, oh yeah, I just talked about that, was social. Here you go. There you go. See, already Pat's talking about the social aspect of it. Looking forward to us guys getting together. I'll tell you, it's going to be hilarious. Off the chart, next level. Especially since we've got Thursday night is going to be particularly good. We're doing slot car shenanigans. Don't know where from. It'll be slightly later than usual because we're going to be in a slot car club on Thursday evening from 7-ish onwards. No, we can't do it. We shouldn't. I was thinking about maybe if we could do the broadcast from there, but I don't know if we'll have the Wi-Fi. I'll speak to them and see if they got some, but I doubt it. Yeah, so we're going to slightly set, but Thursday is the evening of the doner kebab experience. That's right. These guys are getting doner kebabs. I haven't had one, I think, in about 2 years, no, about a year and a half or something, 2 years maybe. So I'm in for, my body is cleansed of kebab. So it's going to be as much of a rodeo for me as it is for Massimo, Rahul and Nico on the kebab challenge. Now, the question is whether we do the kebab and then the show or do the kebab during the show. I think if we did the kebab before the show, there'll be no show. So we'll see how it goes. We might do the kebab and then go slot racing so that we've had enough time for the kebab to work its way through, let's say, in time for the show fireworks. That is disgusting. Right, so here, these are the things on the screen that I rated that are important for me. And it'd be nice to hear give me the top couple of 3 things that are important for you in the chat. And we can have a look at that as we scroll through what I'm chatting about. So, social. Definitely a social. There we go. So now there is obviously 5,000 people going. I can't fit them all on this slide. So I've just put in a few people that I'm quite looking forward to catching up with. Obviously there's a couple of others, but they're not happy with their face being on screen. You know who you are. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys too. We've got Maurizio, got Pete Shepherd, got the NSCC boys. Look at them handsome beggars. We've got the organisers in the top left. Should have started with them really, shouldn't I? So from the left, you've got Sean. He's the owner of Pendle Slot Racing. Next to him, you've got Mark Scale, husband to Julie Scale on the far right. And then the rose between the thorns. No, I'm only joking. I'm joking. The tallest guy in there, Roger Barker. That is his look. Glasses on his head, walking around. He means business. But be nice to him because he's ex-police. I didn't realise that. I'd saved myself very, very closely. But no, all lovely fellas and ladies. These four are responsible for the whole Slot Car Festival. There you go. And then, oh, you think I left them out on purpose, didn't you? No, I did not. So you've got the Magnetic Racing Team. From the left to the right, you've got Ian. Then you've got Doug in the middle. And you've got Ian 2 on the right. No, sorry, I mean Timmy! Tim on the right. There you go, Tim. I'm kind of looking for, actually, I don't know why, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Tim. I haven't seen him since we worked together with Magnetic Racing down at the Goodwood Revival last year. Oh, mate, that was epic as well. Because of various logistical things that were happening, there were going to be all of us staying in the Airbnb. And because it turned out that Doug was doing something and Ian was working another something, it turned out that me and Tim had the house to ourselves. That was awesome. Even though we spent maybe a full maybe 3 hours in the house in total, it was still really good. What do we got? That's a good thing, yeah. If you see Dave Slaughter running for the door, yeah, don't follow him. If you see him in the festival, say hello to him. Good shout, Dave. If you see me running for the door, it's probably for a bad habit. That is exactly right. Steve at Staff Slot Cars has nailed it. When people see me walking around, they leg it. Honestly, you see a divide in the crowd. Only because everyone thinks they're about to appear on Track Fans TV, they literally parachute over the nearest table. They do, Steve. That is not too far from the truth. Try and get an interview, mate. You know, see me walking around, they are off. Or suddenly become engaged in conversation. Ah, that is right. The late night lamb sandwich at the kebab. Brilliant. Yeah, come on, Pat. You should get over here. Come on. Start saving up now. I don't know how you're going to do it. Maybe, I don't know, sell Travis on the black market. That'll get you a few quid. But it'll be lovely to see you guys. So we're just having a little read through. Hey, Big Ernie is here. Big Ernie, the man behind MR Slot Car. Mr. Slot Car, MA Slot Car. And if you don't know what any MA Slot Car, MR Slot Car, sorry, I stand corrected, look like, here's one. Try and get this thing in focus, man. Nice. Inline. Oh. I don't know if I put that in there. It's not. It's got a different manufacturer. It's got a Scale Auto motor in there. I'm sure I must have put that in there or something. But yes, MR Slot Car is in the UK. He's coming to the Slot Festival as well. He knows, doesn't he? Listen, Harry. Cameras instead of spears. Stop chucking them bloody spears at me. To quote Michael Caine before you all start jumping up and down. Awesome. So, Janu is on the lookout for new cars. He's going to be there on Sunday, and we have got the gauntlet laid down between me and Janu. Janu and I are going to be having a race. So, the criteria is we've got to race the car we buy on the day, and we've got to race 2 races. 1 race on a track that Janu picks, 1 race on a track that I pick. So I wonder if we can get our cars on an AFX HO scale track. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Oh, did we miss Travis? Has Travis just sneaked in here? Oh yeah, there he is. Good morning, good afternoon, Trav. How you doing, mate? I don't know if you've just turned up or you're just watching, but I've said at the opening gambit of the show, and I think it's about right to say it now. Now we're just about an hour in. With the greatest kindness and respect, we're not talking about news in the chat. We're talking about news on another platform somewhere. Just for the show, we're on the UK Slot Car Festival today. Yeah, so no. Hello, mate. How you doing? Good news session the other day. Thank you. And well done. So, happy birthday, Doug at Magnetic Racing. Oh, hello. It's Doug's birthday. I didn't know he's had his birthday. He kept that quiet. He's 50 this year, everyone. Doug was 50. It was the big one, and he kept it so quiet. So let's all wish Doug a happy 50th. This is where Doug parachutes into the chat now. I'm not 50! What? Have you got your credit card out again, Travis? You've been buying some stuff. Unbelievable. I can't believe we missed his boifty. Oh no, yeah. That's about 6 million bumps at the moment, Dave. That's what it is. Fabulous anyway. Right, let's crack on. So this for me, if you just tuned in, we're going through the 5 things that I'm most looking forward to at the UK Slot Car Festival. Feel free to chip in at any time with what you're expecting, what you're looking forward to, and what your plan is. So Mr. D possibly thought, did he leave me out deliberately? Is he not looking forward to seeing me? Of course I am, mate. But I've got to give you a whole slide of your own because the drag strip is so long, it wouldn't fit on the slide with everyone else. So you've got your own drag page. Here you go, Mr. D Slot Drag Racing. Get into the Slot Festival so you can have a go on this. It's free. You don't need anything. They've got cars. They've got controllers. All you've got to do is listen to what he tells you, and then you get a go, and you can have as many goes as you like as long as you join the back of the queue. It is fabulous, but you've got to do some practice to beat Ruben, young track fan extraordinaire and co-host of the show. He will be with us next Sunday, live here, Sunday Slot Car Sessions, being joined by 3 of the big hitters, 4 of the big hitters in the hobby. The 4th big hitter being Ruben, Andy Ruben Racing. They've got a channel. We should be bigging that up. Why aren't I? Sorry, Ruben. We'll get that advertised well in the next week. Everyone will know your channel exists. So we're going to need some more content. But don't worry, Ruben. I have it on authority that while you're away, Andy, your dad, he's cleaning up the track because apparently it's become a bit of a hot rod production zone. Andy, making hot rods on your track. I'm not saying anything. I love it. 51? Are you 51, Doug? Oh my God. Like, not to flatter you or try and get a discount or anything, but I genuinely thought you were my age, you know, like early 30s. No. No, I thought you was about 47, 48. I didn't think you was 51. My God, next thing you're going to be telling me Ian's over 50 as well. In fact, don't ruin it if he is. Yeah, hey, Travis, how was that swap meet? That was big. And I know someone, Dick was going down there, I believe. Pat is crying because it's a 4-hour journey to get over there. Well, Pat, all you've got to do, right, is you've got to employ someone, like maybe a, I don't know, 17, 18-year-old teenager who's just got their license, really loves driving, can't afford anything like petrol and insurance, but wants to drive, and you pay them $20 and they'll drive you all the way there and all the way back because they just want to drive. They love it. So next year, maybe sort that one out. Yeah, that's right, Dave. Dave has hit the nail on the head at 50. Don't worry, Dave. 45 is the new 50 in this department. So an all-nighter is now getting up for the toilet twice through the night rather than clubbing in Ministry of Sound and coming out at 8 a.m. looking for the underground station. No, none of us have misspent youth at all, have we? Yeah, he does look amazing for 51. I tell you what, at this rate, we'll be holding his coat, Travis. In fact, someone hold my coat. I've got to race Doug next week on the reaction test. Here, Travis. We're doing the Mercedes-Benz and the Williams tour this week. So we'll be having some new timings up on the board for the reaction test while Doug's holding our coat. And we could try that. I think last year, we'll have to go back to the video from last year where we went and had that competition down there to get a little leaderboard going of YouTube channels at the Mercedes-Benz world. And we'll see how reactive Massimo, Rahul and and Nico are. I'll tell you, that's got some legs in it, that has. So I've got Doug's a hunk. Doug smells amazing. I don't even know where this is going to go in. Oh, brilliant. 155 pumps. Oh, my word. Anyway, right, let's get on to it. This is a great chat. Keep it going, guys. I'm loving the banter in there. 1 second. Thank you. Bargains. Okay, I'm sorry, but I keep banging the drum on it. I've been famously skint for the last year and a bit. So for me, and no, it's not a dirty word. It's not a dirty word to say that you've got very little funds in life. You know, we just come out of COVID, just come out of cost of living crisis. Mortgages are out through the roof. If anyone's changed mortgage in the last year, absolute crippling. So, you know, some of us, and me included, obviously, some of us, we, you know, I'm sorry, major brands selling it brand new. I ain't got the dough for it. And I think that's what caused a lot of issues a couple of months ago. Let's not go there, please. Was the fact that you spent a lot of money on something new that didn't meet expectations in certain people's expectations. So it's all about different people have different outlooks and expectations. So, however, I'm in the ilk that I can afford that. So I didn't have my expectations challenged in certain departments. But what I am proactive on is finding a deal. And, you know, having been back in the hobby for a few years now, So I've been doing this channel for 4 years last month. Love it. 4 years. Wow. Just tinkering around with my toys, and 4 years gone past. So I've had the experiences of been having money and being able to buy new stuff along with searching for bargains. Then I got into club racing. So then I went through a period of sort of buying club racing cars like Slotits and NSRs and things like this. And then last year at the swap meet, I was thinking to myself, what do I want to buy? And I stopped myself and I thought, if I have to think this hard about what I want to buy, I don't need anything. Why am I forcing myself to try and think what to buy? I don't need it. Wow. What a weight off my shoulders that was. I was literally, and with the fever pitch and the hype and the build up and the momentum, you kind of feel like you go into the slot festival, that you've got to find something. Like, I've got to get something. There's all this stuff. I have to get something. Do you? Well, I'd like you to, because we're selling stuff. The traders are selling stuff. You know, go and get a bargain. But don't feel under pressure to find something for the sake of it. Just think about what you like to do, what you're into. You might feel that you want to get a couple of other cars of a similar nature so you can have choice in a class if you race. So for me, if you follow us on the members stream, the weekly members only Wide on Wednesday stream, which we do for an hour a week, I'm currently tuning up a number of Group C cars so that next Friday, when the four of us go over to Rockingham Slot Car Club for some club racing experience, all is welcome. So if you want to come club racing with us next Friday, Rockingham, from 7:30, you are welcome. It's an open door. Come down. We've got cars, we've got controllers. You're going to see me, MP Slots, Conquest Racing Club and Slot Car Dude all in the Slot Car Club that night, racing Rockingham area. Actually, we're going to go to Wolverhampton Slot Car Club on the Thursday. I must mention to Chris we're coming up. If you watch this, Chris, we're coming over, and these guys want to check out UK Slot Car Club, so that's where we're going. So they have an open practice session on Thursdays before their race nights on Fridays. Both nights are fully open to new members. So please, if you're thinking about going and racing a bit, you don't need a car, you don't need a controller, we'll lend you it, because we want you to get into it. If it's not for you, don't worry about it. It's not for everyone, don't matter. You do the hobby in the way you do the hobby. So where I was going with this was I've got two Porsche 962 Slotits. Shall I show you these things? Is that going to make a little bit more sense? Okay. Right, so I've got the car I race. Here we go. Slot it, Porsche 962. Still got the sticker on it, look. Get that sticker off it. I was in yellow lane. So this is the one I race. Nice steed. I fitted a light kit in there. I did a light kit installation on one of the Wide on Wednesday sessions. So I got that one. Then I've been fixing up this one. Fortuna. This is nice. So I really enjoy racing this one. It's quite nice. And I've started to do tyre management on it, so I can't put it on my polycar track or it'll shred it. And then this 956, that's right. Don't worry, I've got the spoiler. The spoiler will be on it next week. So I've got 3 cars here. Boosh, ready to go next Friday. I've got 2 controllers. And some of the guys have got controllers. So there you go, in the box, ready. And to make it completely fair, I'm going to give the guys a choice of car. That's how bad I am at racing. That I don't really have a specific car that I race. I'm shocking on all of my cars. So I've got 3. Well, I've actually got 4. I forgot, didn't I? Let me. So I've got my white kit. This is a 962 shell that I actually custom sprayed. It's a bit battered now. It's had its day a bit. But I did the spray job on this. One of my first ever spray jobs. So I've got a spare body shell. Should I need it? Right. So I think, what do I need? I'm going to have a look around for, because my budget is limited, a BPR. Yeah, BPR. We're talking Ferrari F40 kind of territory. That's what I'm looking for. Which is a good point, actually. Where is my Ferrari F40? Like, dude, where's my car? DK Moon's just reminding us he's 29. Yeah, so we're talking up and coming YouTubers. MP Slots is at 8K. Wow. He's turbo boosted in the last couple of months. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, well, we're going to be racing, Daz, that's for sure. Hopefully our table is right in front of a massive track, so that if he comes around to the who's making the brews, we'll be like, race for it. Race for it. Whoever loses the mini race has to make the tea. Yeah, I'd say well done, MP. 155 bumps we're up to now on the UKSF. And then Slotar's going to bulk up, starting with this morning's Greasy Spoon, Dave. Awesome. Oh, come on. It looks... Hold my coat, yeah. Oh, listen. Rahul's leading us into a false sense of security here. He's like, nah, I'm really not reactive. I'm really slow on the racing. And we're all going to step up there like clucking around. And he's going to be like, push, smacks us down, beats us straight out the door. That is right. Oh, yeah, please. Anyone knows where I can get some good wheels from, let us know. I heard this Staff Slot Cars is a place to be when it comes to wheels. Very nice indeed. So I'm going to look for some BPR cars. I'm going to look for some wheels, definitely. I'm thinking of tools. I'm thinking I've got like a whole load of tools. And a lot of them are rounded. So a lot of the hex drivers are rounded. And it drives me wild why you wouldn't just... Why something that's metal would round so easy. I don't get it. But that's some good going. Good. I'm glad MP is up there. He's a lovely fella. Right, so let's get on with it. All beer all day, and we've got a nice sunny bank holiday Sunday to enjoy. Okay, club racing. So we've had social, we've had bargains, and we've covered, actually, let's just go back to bargains. So let's just summarise bargains. It's okay to not find what you're looking for, but you're in the right place to ask people to find what you're looking for and then give you a ring when they've got it. That's a good point. These traders, right, they will find things because they go buying collections, they go buying cars, they know what they're doing. So if you are looking for, I don't know, an Alfa Romeo 8C from 1936, and you can't see it anywhere at the festival, just go and ask a load of them. If you see one of these on your travels, can you give me a ring? So that's one to think about. So I'm just catching the yeah, let us know who that is. Brilliant. And yes, we're getting we want to see those pictures. I think Pete is locked away right now in his slot shed or slot in his studio. Should we call it a studio? What do artists work in? Because he is an artist, not a piss artist. Sorry to swear, it's a common term, but more of a slot car artist. There we go. What, Scriven? You're new to the slots. Hey, good. Welcome aboard, Dave Scriven. Welcome aboard, my man. Oh, hang on a second. Are you any relation to Shane and Charlotte Scriven? Right. So, club racing. Now, the reason I like this. I tell you, I've got an opinion on that, but it's too early to share that one. Dave, what's up later? Club racing. Now, we all know I go club racing. Not as much as I like to, but that's just because of where I am at the moment. Come the end of the year, I'll step it back up and I'll be weekly, not bi-weekly, which is good. But here you've got, and this is a screen grab. Just to let you know, this is a screen grab. From the festival last year. One thing is, oh, exclusive pics for me. I like it. Okay. Because I lost my bag, got nicked in November, the 11th to be precise, at around about 11 a.m. Not that I forget it. Right, we've got some hot off the press here. We have some hot news off the press, and I'm going to share it with you live. I've just checked that he hasn't slandered me in the text first. Oh, well, this is good. Okay. All right, we're in business now. Right, going to share this. We've got an update from Pete Shepherd at Race and Replicas, everyone. Live. He's coming live. He's up and working already. He's preparing for the UKSF next week, as to his most traders this morning. Can imagine Tara sitting there with about 9,000 figures in front of her, like, I got to go about 600 queens thanks to you, telling everyone to buy queens and cockapoos, and about 90 of her HRH the second. So I'm going to share the screen. We've got a hot live exclusive, fresh 3 minutes ago, as you'll see when I share it. Share. There you go. So Pete Shepherd is coming, wowing us with some of his work again. We are live on this. Look at this. These are his little, I'm going to say Cobras, Shelby Cobras. Is that right? Oh, and someone tell me what that car is. And he turns up. Morning, Pete. Look at this. He's got such a shine going on it. It's like immaculate detail. Immaculate. And I love the little wheel, the wheel insert bits you've got on the end of them. Just nice work. Very nice chassis work. Very clean. Do you secure the 3 plates on the chassis by any means? Or do you just build them as it is and use the screw? Because I can't see people wanting to race this art, because this is art. And there we go again. Overview of these two. Really nice. And if you like this kind of thing, Pete Shepherd actually has a stand next week at the UK Slot Car Festival, where you can see a lot more other models that he has designed, he has commissioned, built, sprayed and commissioned, because he gets commissions from all over the world now. He is a busy boy. I mean, I'm going to stop talking about him because I'm sure I'm costing him business by being associated to the channel. So let's get that, stop sharing, back to it. Thank you very much for that, Pete. He's just mentioning here in the comments that he's got it's his new kit release. It is a TVR Grantura MK3. Incidentally, when I lived in Milton Keynes, MK3 was a postcode of mine once. I love it. TVR, I love the TVR. My boss had one of those once. He said you have to run it for 5 minutes before you can even like get in it. You have to turn it on and run it for 5 minutes. I always remembered that about the TVR. That is a nice bit of work, Pete. Nice bit of work indeed. Thank you for sharing that. I got a lot of love coming through in the chat. Staffs is there, very nice. Daz is in awe. Pete 2, that's right. He would say he's Pete 1 and I'm Pete 2. But I'm pulling rank. I think I'm older than you, Pete, so I'm going with I'm Pete 1. And 2 Petes don't make a right. Good morning, Rich. Rich is here. He's in from Wolves, I'm coming up on Thursday. Rich, are you going to be around? I'm popping in with 3 other YouTubers. So if you're around, let's go. Yep, see, Pete 2 we've got some interest, we've got some momentum from the Duderino is there. Shane's up for the blue one. Let's get it on the go. And Paul's saying smoking hot, by the way. I love this. This is so true. So Dave Slotar is commenting that he's got to drive 2 hours to Gaydon to see this car, this TVR that Pete Shepherd's built and painted, when Pete Shepherd actually only lives 20 minutes up the road from him. So he's got to drive 2 hours to see something he could actually see 20 minutes or 10 minutes up the road because they have meet halfway at McDonald's. Brilliant. That's right up that's why me and Dave got on. That's funny. So then, club racing is great. Here's your try before you buy. So if you can come and join us at Wolverhampton Slot Car Club on Thursday, we're going to be there, or Rockingham Slot Car Club on Friday, we're going to be there. You can't make those dates, then come to the UKSF because Polycar bring over their track and officially are running the competition. It's organised by Andy Rowland, who you can see just stood up in the centre top of the screen with a white clipboard. That's Andy, man, the myth, the legend, all things Polycar. He helps design them with Slot-It and Polycar. I mean, he helps design them. He thinks that way. He's got an engineering mindset. He's actually an architect by trade. So, you know, that they always love drawing things and, you know, making it technical. You do have... It's organised and run in part by Mick and Rob Kerr, so I want to give them a shout out. And the track is supplied by Polycar, by Maurizio Ferrari. Kindly joined us about a month ago on our slot car shenanigans. That was a great chat. Thanks, Maurizio. I raced this on the Saturday last year. It was the Polycar competition. On the Sunday, it was the DTM competition, German touring cars. So I entered on the Saturday. It was a mistake. I had issues. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have entered. Bear in mind, doing a lot of filming, and also a lot of people want to stop and have a chat, which I enjoy. So no chance of whatsoever to prepare or do anything like that. But it was a great, great experience. And if you want to experience club racing where there's no kind of... you don't feel like you're going to be asked to come back next week if you didn't enjoy it, or you're not sure about it, you want a bit of time to process that experience after the event and see if it's right for you, this is your chance to try it out. And again, you can see on the left-hand side of the image, there's the almost wallpaper pasting tables, then benches that are set up. That later on in the day was populated by slot car racing pit boxes where everyone's turning up. Scale Auto sellers in the UK. Don't Pendle Slot do this? if you can't get it via Pendle slot, then I'd talk to Roger Barker, because he would know who's in tune with that one, mate. But there could be an opportunity for the merch store for Scale Auto. Well, fancy it? Want an outlet in the UK? Just thinking out loud, just saying. Good morning, Gaz. Gaz is here. Talking of slot car racing, if anyone's in the Bristol area, you need to speak to Gary at Bristol Slot Car Club. They're doing monthly races. Yeah, I like it. Cheers, Duderino. Nice one. I haven't even asked. I haven't even said this at all. I like to put my face on the screen when I do this sort of thing. So it's Pete Brown bringing you Sunday slot car sessions every Sunday, 7:30. Maybe next week's a slightly bit later, just to buck the trend. But every Sunday, 7:30. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, do us a favour, hit the like button. If you're really enjoying what you're liking, what you're seeing and then liked, subscribe. Why not? It's free, don't cost you anything. You can unsubscribe at any time. And I often get people unsubscribing. It's okay, because what you find is people get in a hobby, they find you, they subscribe to you, then they find loads of other videos, and they realise that maybe I'm a bit too shouty for them, or a bit too hypo in the morning, so they unsubscribe. It's cool, I don't mind. And then they'll go to somewhere that's more in keeping with the delivery that they like, or how they want it. It's a bit more laid back and a bit more reflective and quite, chilled out and very more informative, and he doesn't make mistakes. And if that's for you, jog on. So there's something for everyone. If that's what you like it. So there you go. If you're liking this though, please hit the like button. Love it. Thank you. I really appreciate your company this morning. You get up, you join me, and I really appreciate it. So it just makes me not having to talk to myself more bearable. Because if no one turned up for the live stream, I'd technically be talking to myself. And that is the first stage of insanity. I'm insane because I genuinely do actually talk to myself. I find that I'm normally my greatest listener. When I've cooked off Mrs. Brown, chatted her into oblivion, as she says, I turn on myself. Right. So come on down. I'm not doing any club racing this year. I'm going to enjoy the festival, chat, socialise, film, get around it. Do you know, though, if this is one of our tracks to race on, fair game, that's okay. Okay, so club racing in number 3. Number 4 is actually, I didn't know about this until last year, but when you're in the festival, you're in the motor museum. Therefore, if you've not seen this, it's well worth an hour in a day, or half an hour if you're a real slothead, because everything that you see upstairs in 1 in 32, 164, 1 in 24 scales will be downstairs. And there is a really, really good crop of cars, and they maintain it well. It's clean, it's tidy. You can get up close and personal with the cars, and you can see the heritage. So I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but I did want to give the Motor Museum in Gade, and the British Motor Museum, I might add, a little bit of kudos and a shout out. So if anyone's watching this from the Motor Museum and they're kind of like, well, you could have said about us, it's in our building. Here you go. That's for you. Have that. And I'm moving on. Oh, Kidda's here. Yeah, good morning, Kidda. How you doing? We were just talking about you and your dad, Mick, a moment ago. We were talking about this, Rob. I don't know how long you've been in the room. And just saying that you guys are part organising it with Andy. Go-to people. Yeah, definitely. Well, I was just saying that as well. It's well worth a look out in there. I never went until last year, but this place, fantastic. But we're not here to talk about one-to-one. We're here to talk about miniature cars. And then tracks. So, social, bargains, track racing, motor museum, And the fifth but not final thing that I'm most excited about next week is the tracks. Which leads us, yeah, you knew this was coming, right? Nicely into track focus. You didn't think you were getting out of a track focus because it was a UKSF based slot show, did you? No, I know Daz is in all sorts of heaven right now with this image because he's a big Group 2 legend. So what I thought I would do for this week's track focus is run through the tracks that you can expect to see at the UKSF. Well, I can't because I don't know what's coming this year. I only know what was there last year and a track that I know about this year, the Goodwood one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the tracks that I featured on my tracks and table video last year. It's in my video feed if you want to go and watch the full VT because there's other shots around the festival, some chats and all sorts going on there. This is what you can expect to see, hopefully. Well, sorry, that's wrong. This is along the lines of what you might see at this year's slot festival, because I'm sure that the people that bought these particular tracks would have done something slightly different, and if not, would have, you know, added some scenery and whatever. So let's take a look at some of the tracks for the UK Slot Car Festival. I do know that there's a good few people in the room today with us in the house that haven't been before, can't go, didn't know about slot cars before, just getting into it. So this is for you. People that have been there before, this is a reminder, a memory jogger. Travis, this is for you, brother, as well. You were there. And, you know, you're going to have great people that were there that didn't get time to go around and check out the tracks and the stuff like Rob here because she was running the racing for the weekend. She was doing the scrutineering, the registration, the race control, a whole mixed bag of responsibility that denied her the ability to spend an hour walking around the festival. So, Rob, this is for you and for anyone that just wants to have a look at a track again. Because Track Fans TV, the clue's in the title. Oh no, that is absolutely tragic. You're not going to get a look around. Yeah, you will. Just tell your dad you go in the toilet and take 2 hours. That's what I would do. Right, so track 1. And I wanted to bring them up at the top of the tree. I will apologise right now for the quality of the images. Because my bag went with all of my hard drives and everything in it, I have no photos of any event I ever went to anymore. No photos. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, no need. I need to buy. Right, hold on. I swear to God, if I don't write this down now, I'm going to forget. I need to buy a remote control for my camera. So when you press the button, it takes the picture. You don't have to touch the camera. So you take out a lot of the vibrations, which you don't really see. But when you blow a picture up really tensely, you see them. Remote control, Sony. Right, cool. So I've got to do a bit of shopping afterwards. And that really, I think, that and a battery is the last thing I need. But yes, I wanted Mission Motorsports to be the first image that we see because they're doing it. They're doing it for the heroes. They're collecting and raising awareness and collecting money for the services, rehabilitation and treatment and support and help for soldiers and all military personnel, and they're doing a fantastic job. They have my total and utmost respect, and it's just the smallest thing that I could do is to keep bringing awareness to what Mission Motorsports are doing with slot cars throughout the country, repeatedly and often. They are out there. And I mean, anyone who turns up to a major festival and brings caravan racing is genius. So there's like 3 caravans on here racing. So yeah, thank you guys for doing what you do. Yeah, love you guys to bits for this. And yeah, I'll support you to the cows come home. Well done, Mission Motorsports, everyone. They've got another track. They've got a track this year. I'll show you it in a bit. It's much bigger than this one. So do make a point of going over there. And, you know, if you can't afford a £5, give him a quid. Give him a quid. All right? Just give him a quid. It'll make you feel so good. It'll make them feel better. And in that environment on Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, let's face it, a quid to them will go much further than walking out with a quid in your pocket. So even if you've got to the end of the day and you realise you've got £1 left, put it in the pot. Go and give them the quid. You are helping someone who's kept us safe, protected us, basically took one massive one for the team. And picture it, if one of these guys, girls, hadn't been in that misfortunate position where they've took a direct hit or they've suffered a bit of mental strain because they've seen the guy who did take a direct hit. You can't unsee what you see, guys. And they got paid to be there. They made their choice to be there, but they chose it. We didn't have to choose it. So go and give them £1. Stop being a bunch of minge bags. Give them £1. All right, there you go. That's my promotion over for the moment. So here we go. See you later, Dave. Take it easy, mate. Here we go. HO track, copper top, copper head. Is that right? Yeah, there you go. So Copperhead HO scale track. Now, Copperhead told me last year that they were bringing AFX to the UK. They said they had a direct deal with AFX in North America and they are the official distributors in the UK. Where are you? Nick, I was expecting AFX this year, mate. Where is it? Come on. Loved your track last year. Look at this. Are you bringing it again this year? Because it's going to be so much fun again. This was sort of like, last year was my first exposure to HO after falling on my sword in January thinking it meant head office, which I'm never going to live down. So I loved this track. It was really nice, really compact. It was done well. It could fit in the corner of the studio here nicely. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, are you going to be there? Are you bringing down the HO goodness? Come on down with it. Let us see. Let us know. Where is AFX? That's the burning question on everyone's lips. Everyone's lips. That's the Copperhead HO. Lovely. And then, of course, we've touched on it already. Mr. D with Alec and Andy and Ruben and his posse, because when Mr. D turns up, they all turn up. He's going to be drag racing, an opening experience for everyone to see. I can't wait. I'm going to be there losing my money to Ruben. Spread it out. Put this track on. Right. Just for sheer effort. Now, you can't race this track, but it's more like, let's call it the 8th wonder of the slot car world. This guy trains with Tycho, and they set this up in like... They get in there at 7 a.m. Sorry, no, I think they got in there at 5 a.m. from memory. I'll have to watch the VT back and remind myself. So they're in there on Friday late, or they didn't make it on Friday and they got in there Saturday morning. And they set all that up in a few hours. It's a mind-blowing spectacle of a track integrated. And the guy was great. I mean, you see on the video, the guy spent a bit of time. He was telling us about his about the quality of the Tyco chassis and stuff. Just check it out. It's got trains, it's got cars, it's got relay switches, it's got all sorts going on. Loved it. And so I got that one. Okay, so Polycar are going to be there. Not only did I have the competition track, club racing track, but they bring their own track to have by their tent, by their stand, for people to get involved with and have a go on and just feel the texture. It's 4-lane, it's analog, it's not digital, this one. So you can see it's got a digital piece in the center so that you can see what's coming, because it was a new innovation last year. This year, I believe they're possibly going to integrate it. I'm not going to sell it in case there's some last minute technical challenges, but I would like to see it integrated. So with Maurizio from what he's been saying. So we've got Polycar there. As to, we have Scale Auto, everyone. Now, Scale Auto, if you want any Scale Auto news or information, just get in touch with the Slot Car Magazine guys. Mark is your man in there. He seems to have a very close relationship with Scale Auto. So Rob is just saying about the ding dings, which is a sound that she'll hear from the race control as the races are finishing, laps are going, and getting near to the end. So she's going to be brainwashed by the end of the day. It's bing, a bing, a bing, a bing. Guess what sound I'm going to be making this Friday at Rockingham Slot Car Club? Here, kidda, bing. Oh, no way. Yes, you know we can't wait, Tara. It's just be good to see you and Steve, see the boys at Mag Racing, Mag fans, and everyone else. Yes, Tara is in the house, Dick. There she is. Partner in crime. Look, the gruesome twosome are on the show together. Oh, take cover, everyone. So Scale Auto will be there via Slot Car Magazine. Loving it. I thought it was a good track. I hadn't seen it before. I've never seen a Scale Auto track before. But very interested. It looks somewhere texture-wise between Scalextric and Polycar in terms of it's not aggressive, but it's not smooth. It's got that kind of almost like a grit sandpaper to it. Brilliant. Scale Auto. It'd be nice to see some people from Scale Auto come over and be at the show with the track. That would be nice to see some Scale Auto people there. I mean, if they're coming, happy days. I'll affirm it in the week. Then we add 4-lane black top. Oh my God, I've doubted myself. Is it black top or brick top? No, it's black top. This is huge. This was the Mac Daddy Mac track of the day. Huge wood routed track, club wood routed track. And I got all sorts of racing going on this all day long. And I've got a feeling that Janu might pick this track because he's good on wood and I'm not. Plays to the advantages, you see. No! Well, to be honest with you, you can try and dock laps. It won't make a blind bit of difference to my positioning in the race. So I have literally, I tell you, it's going to take some going to knock me off last place in the club. I am there. I am there, mate. I'm the best. I am the most proficient. I'm prolific at being last at Rockingham Slot Car Club. But I'm working on it. A few weeks ago, no one was there and I got into the A-team final. I know. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it more than the people who were doing the scoring couldn't believe it. But getting into the 18 final was a real achievement for me, but it just gave me the opportunity to retain my title at being last in a race. I could be racing I was last in the 18 final as good as I'm last in the B team final. It was no problem for me. See, that's how consistently good I am at being last. But no, I am getting better. But no, that's what they say. That's what they say. if you're going to train and going to race and practice and try and do well, always play with people who are much, much better than you, because you'll always be pushing yourself to be like them. I think my challenge is, yeah, I get excited, but I think I need to spend more time trying to figure out how to build these cars properly so that they give me that extra, because when I got in the 18 final, I was using Matt Tucker's car. So I know I can do it. I just got to look at what's stopping me doing it when I don't borrow someone else's car. And there it is. See? Right to the top of the forefront. Car issues. So that's what I'm going to be working on in the forthcoming year. What have you been doing in his absence? Sleeping? No. He's been going on holiday, Tara. He went away to the lake, having a nice R&R. Very emotional, but very relaxing, he told me. So back on track, Pete, because we are 15 minutes off the end of the show, and we are a couple more tracks to see. Yeah, oh my goodness, we are getting through it today. Yeah, well, this is going to be bad, Rob. So just before I move off this big club wood routed track, next Friday, when we come to the club, I've got Rahul from Conquest Racing Club, Nico Slot Car Dude, and Massimo MP Slots with me. And to be honest with you, Nico's a really good racer. And so's they're all good racers. Well, compared to me, they're good racers. Be good to see what they do at the club. But, I'm just going to go down. I've got the track advantage. That's going to be my advantage. I've got the track advantage. I'm on home soil. If they beat me, fair play, well done. But I reckon I might be able to nose one or two of them, at least, just by having a home track advantage. So maybe tune in at the end of the week to, if one of them beat me, you bet your bottom dollar there's going to be a live stream as soon as we get back for them to let everyone know they beat me. But I won't hear it because I'll be in bed ignoring them. What do you mean? Try not to let myself go. Our greatest pals, Slots Track Scenics, will be there. Not sure if they're bringing Austria track, which is this one, with them, or a different track this year. I'm not sure. But whatever they bring will be a masterpiece in scenery. So we're looking forward to seeing David and Guy. They're the drivers behind that business, and drive well they do. Really, really lovely couple of guys. In fact, that's the thing I've noticed with most of the traders. They're all exceedingly nice and complimentary of each other. It's completely the stark opposite on YouTube sometimes. So here we have Magnetic Racing stand and track. This drew in quite a few people because it was just breathtaking masterclass in how to detail. I mean, if you you need detail, you've got to just take a look around at a few people online. You've got Strictly Scale, 1 in 32 scale Strictly Figures. You've got Boone Slot Car Garage. You've got Magnetic Racing. You've got these people are doing incredible things, detailing and sharing how they detail. Oh, man, you should get onto it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. We had a race, Trav and I. It was there. And I think I won. Yeah. I think I won that one, definitely, yeah. Yeah, I'm only saying this because I think Trav's gone to bed now and is asleep. He's never pick up that he might have won, and I'm just going to tell everyone that I won because no one will remember last year's slot festival, right? So I won while he's not around, but if Travis is around, he actually won, and I congratulated him. Well done, Trav. That was a good race. Good race. And here we go. We're going to be there, Rockingham Slot Car Club. So that's the man, the myth, the legend, David Farah. I'm not sure if Dave's going to be there this year. I do know that Charlie from the club is managing it with Dave. He's a lovely fella, Charlie. You recognise him because he wears a big hat. Stands out. Hang on a second. I've got a live update from that slot car shed. He says he's got footage but never got to post it. So yeah, I'm just going with I won that one then. He'll never know. I mean, what you're saying on social media, no one will ever read that. Yeah, I bet it did. To be honest with you, mate, you know that we swapped footage and images from the year. We did that like data swap before we left. I'd really love to get that back. You know, if it's only my footage that you've got that I give you, if I could get that back. In fact, not the video, just the photos. If we can sort out the photos by like some kind of like link or something, I'd be most grateful, Trav. Yeah, okay. No, don't do that. No, don't do that, mate, because you're going to be out of date. Everyone's going to be caning 2024 videos. You'll be like, yeah, here's mine from 23. I don't know if it'll work. Unless you're posting the race between you and me, which probably would never get old. Well, it got old for me because I didn't win. But apart from that, you know, yeah, moving on. So Rockingham are going to be there. Yeah, no, the live, no, that was fine. You was too busy trying to arrange me getting busted. That's what you were doing, mate. Just talking to, yeah. Harry, that's hilarious. Exactly, yeah. We've all been there. Yeah. We've all been there, and it hasn't worked. You know, in honesty, right, Harry, I did that once, what you just said, for my military medal that I got from Ireland. I said, oi, we're no longer together, but I need certain personal items. Let's just say I didn't get it. But I'll also say it's a mistake they won't make twice in a hurry. Yeah, we won't stand for that. What am I doing here? I can't seem to get my... Oh, this is it. There you go. Right, this track here, this was an original Scalextric 1 in 24, which is why it isn't very big because it's very limited. Actual, genuine track with the cars. So I just wanted to mention this. It's not all about big road rooted track or high detail slot track scenics, magnetic racing tracks, or it's not about that. It's about different experiences. So for me, this experience was seeing a track that's maybe 60 years old and having a go on it. It works a treat. So that was one to look at. Then we had... Yes, it was. I was right. It is blacktop, everyone. Because of the way I was recording and filming around the track, I never actually got an overview. I've got overview still photos of all of these, but not on the videos. So this is the most of the track I could screen grab to show you their HO racing track. So they've clearly got... yeah, not those ones. Don't forget, Trav, I have photos too that are actually on my phone, not on the on that hard drive. Oh, brilliant. So they had a HO track. Not going to dwell on this. Not the greatest photo, but blacktop down there dominating there. Oh, okay, enough of that HO track. We saw this the last couple of weeks. And the reason you've seen this the last couple of weeks is it ties into the first track we looked at today. Haven Raceway are working with, all together at the back, Mission Motorsports. Bringing it for veterans. That's the word I couldn't find earlier. They're doing awareness for veterans, our fallen heroes, as I described them, where they are. Potato. The Havenwood, I'm not going to bang on about it, but they are doing race entries, tracks all through the morning and the afternoon. They've got prizes. They've got it going on. I will be here quite a bit because I've got a feeling it's going to be Ramo. Love it. So that's the Scalextric 1 in 24 from the 1968 catalogue on the screen now. Thanks, Janu. Love it. Yeah, trust me, a few people got an indirect message saying, red alert, stand to. But I think you're doing really well, guys. I'm absolutely proud of you so much. So other stuff. What else is going on before we wrap up on the hour at 9:31? Because that's when I started. Oh, yeah. How excited are we now? Unbelievable. I'm so excited. I'm not even going there because I cannot sing. But the Queen has summed it up. You know, this was, I took this photo just moments after she got a phone call from her people about the Prince Andrew thing. So, God rest your soul, Queen Elizabeth. I've got a couple of these on order. No, just want to put this slide on the screen because I know that a good lot of you out there are avid Scalextric collectors. NSCC, National Scalextric Collectors Club. Just thinking what I might get next. Well, the Lambo's out, the Jag's out. Don't know. I'm thinking Ford Anglia. They launched their Harry Potter Ford Anglia, by the way, this week, so you can step up and have a look at that. That was not that was strategic launching just before the UK SF full of kids. Well done. A bit of Harry Potter action at the stand. Kind of thinking maybe the Lotus, the Anglia. I haven't got a Beetle. Maybe a Beetle. Who knows? Right. And then Slot Car Magazine, everyone. They're going to be at the festival next week. Mark and Rick. Rick didn't make it to the winter slot market. It's been noted, Rick, because he got snowed in, or that's the excuse he told Mark anyway. Get out of working on a Sunday. Good skills, Rick. Yes. So if you haven't got this, get it. I'll get the up-to-date image on next week's slide. Of course, they've just launched one. It dropped on my map this week. So the fresh May edition of this magazine is out now. Buy it online digitally from slotcarmagazine.co.uk or find them on Facebook, get a direct link, or go to the festival and buy one, put it in your bag. Or if you're putting stuff in your bag at Pendle because you're not going to the festival and you're psyched up and want to buy a slot car today, chuck one of these in. I think it's a Lady Godiva, which is a £5 sterling in the bag, and you are going to get it. Got a competition on. So they had a competition last magazine. You could win a Lancia Delta or a magnetic racing container games room with the slot car track in it. Unbelievable. Someone incredibly has won a slot car or some scenery. That's awesome. Well done, whoever won that. It wasn't me. Apparently I can't enter these because I wrote a review for the magazine previously when I did the Swift Slots Tyre Truer review. So I can't enter these. So I'd get in there, mate. I'd get in there. He doesn't want the show to stop. No! But, do you know, when you see the first slide come round again, it means we've hit the skids on the show, and it's a nice show. We had a lot of people in the chat today and on the show. If you like it, just before we wrap up, hit the like button for me. It'd do me a world of good. But share it or comment or subscribe. Why not? It's Sunday. It's bank holiday. We're feeling good. And if you thought it was a load of turd, unsubscribe. Don't, I've always found the best way to deal with something is to deal with it, act on your feet, get stuck in. So if you don't like what's happening at the moment on my show, unsubscribe. If you don't like what's happening elsewhere, unsubscribe. Don't get involved with it. It's not worth it. Just let it play out and just, you know, vote with your feet. Time is a great healer. So just dodge a bullet. Don't get drawn into things. And we'll see how this week goes. Personally, I'm so excited because my brothers, Rahul, Nico, Massimo, are coming. We're going to live together. They are going to be careful of what they wish for in the future, I'll tell you. Because they only get to see me once a week on a Sunday morning. They're going to get, hang on, Thursday morning, Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and Monday morning. 5 good mornings sessions with me. Oh my days. They have no idea what my morning routine is like. Well, it's loud, it's fast, and it's furious. The only saving grace you guys have got is that we've got a slot car track set up in the Airbnb. So I might be quiet for 10 minutes, but that's only going to last for 10 minutes. And then I'll be bored. I'll be like, right, get up everyone. Come on, we've got to play. Awesome. Right, okay. On that note, everyone, I know 2 hours, it goes so fast. And this is it. This really is the last one, the last Sunday slot car sessions before, don't panic, it's not the last show, before we get to the annual Slot Car Festival. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Woosah. Calm. Happy place. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't control it. Mrs. Brown is literally getting really, really annoyed with me. And she's like got to the stage now. She's like, out. What? She's like, out. I can't deal with this anymore. I don't care who's going. I do though, and I can't wait to see everyone, all of you. You. If you're not in a country and you can't make it, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you can't make it, and I'm so sorry that the show has been dedicated to the show and what's happening there and stuff. I'm really sorry about that. I think it's important. I think it's just I wanted to share with you what's going to go on because it'll give you an idea that you want to come next time or in 2 years' time. This thing is not going anywhere. The hobby is exploding at the moment, and people are doing the right thing about getting it out there. Keep going, everyone. So I'm going to stop waffling, and I'm going to get on with my day. I wish you the best day slot car racing or doing whatever you're doing in the hobby. Go and enjoy it. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next week on screen or in person. It's going to be the best ever. So on that note, I'll see you later, track fans!